parenting. Raising the future of our world so that one day they become adults and make meaningless reviews on YouTube on a no-way consistent basis for a practically non-existent audience. I love you, Mom. But the human race must have some love for these snot machines because look at all these shows, movies, books based on parenting. And look at all of them based on specifically adoptive/foster parenting. Why? Because audiences must have some attraction to watching someone who is often ill-prepared take care of children who tragically, for whatever reason, could not be taken care of by their parents.
Darkness! No parents!
Ha, the sun will come out tomorrow. That's your bottom dollar and that's sorrow. There'll be a romanticization of an orphan who is abused by her caretaker and rented off by some emotionally closed off rich guy. And there's sun somewhere. Well, rented isn't the correct term. More like borrowed for Christmas. Like a library book. Anyway, Usagi Drop is one show that dares to ask, how cute can you animate children? The answer, unsurprisingly, very easy. I mean, they're kids. Their primary purpose is to look cute, eat, poop. It's like one of their only jobs. Other question it asks is, what happens when a family has to deal with the death in said family, only to discover how this 80-year-old man has a 5-year-old kid with no idea who the mother is and have to figure out what to do with her? The clear answer is to discuss the sensitive matter with the kid within earshot right outside the door. Emotional scarring! This is anime. How else are we going to get a single 30-year-old man with a demanding full-time job to take on the task of literally making sure that something that has known this world for 5 years does not die? And I just realized how many run-on sentences and rhetorical questions this script has. Oh well. Editing? Have you met me? This is the premise of Usagi Drop. 30-year-old Daikachi takes care of 6-year-old Rin. That's pretty much all there is. I mean, there's a bit more to it than that, but really the show comes down to what it means to take care of a child, how that affects your budget, how it affects your work, the sacrifices and the rewards, the choices you make in order to help a little human become a big human. It's a simple concept and has been done before, but there is a beauty in the honesty and simplicity of this show. Usagi Drop can be classified as a comedy, but it's mainly a slice of life, most of its comedy coming from the struggles of parenting. The voice acting is solid with the natural child playing Rin, something necessary for the story to work. The animation is, as stated before, adorable, as to be expected when the show's name translates to Bunny Drop, which makes me think of bunny droppings, which is probably not what the creator wanted. Animation has a lot of pastels, watercolors, and soft lines, making a show that is pleasing to the eyes. There's nothing revolutionary with the art, but it works. There isn't a wow factor. This is a calm viewing experience meant to focus on relationships between the characters, which it does pretty well. The problems I can find in Usagi Drop are pretty much nitpicks. I could talk about how the side characters aren't as fleshed out and are one-dimensional, and how the show can tend to romanticize the parenting a little bit more than actual reality. But hey, it's anime, a little lack of reality is to be expected, and it's nothing too bad. Also, the show doesn't really have an ending and honestly leaves a lot of loose ends, but then you read the manga and no, Satan, be gone, out of this house, get out, I don't want it, no. This is what happens when I want things. I made a whole list about anime that needed another season, and look what happens when I get my wish. That being said, the show is honestly just a fun time. Admittedly, it's a show to be watched when in the mood for something a bit slower and more character-based, but I'm happy to have taken the time to watch it. Thank you, Elelsig, for the request. And you're right, it's best not to know the ending of the manga when you watch it.
Kill it! Kill it with fire!
Anyway, rating this show based on plot, characters, animation, music. Wait, music? Shit. Well, it's forgettable, I'll be honest. Other than the opening and closing, I don't remember one song, and I literally just rewatched some episodes for this review. So, yeah. Anyway, based off plot, characters, animation, music, my overall enjoyment, and memory wipe of the manga ending, you know, who needs another season of things? Like, we could take down that video. Never mind. Just leave things alone. I'm scared for Fruit's basket. Excited but scared. Just like we don't need. I give this anime a 7.5 bunny drops out of 10. If you like the show and want something like this, I recommend Air, Beelzebub, and Silver Spoon. I'm Brasley101 ending this show because I should probably start working on the next episode. I haven't updated in... and I wonder why I barely have any subscribers.